Hello everyone, my name is Kajol and we are doing a responsive web design course which is offered by a FreeCodeCamp. And in this course, we are doing a learn HTML forms by building a registration form project. And we have already completed from step 1 to step 20. In first video, there is step 1 to step 11. And in second video, there is step 12 to step 20. And in this third video, we are going to do the step 21 to 30. I tried these steps already, so it's displaying in a blue color, but I will attempt from 21. So now I will start from 21. Okay, so what is saying the step 21? So at this point, you should be able to submit the form. Okay, however, you might notice not much happens. Okay, to make the form more interactive, add the required attribute to the input elements in the first field set. Okay, now if you try to submit the form without filling in the required fields, you will see an error message. Okay, why my console is showing not showing output. Okay, I will just refresh. Okay, now our output is coming. Okay, if I try it now, I will get the error. Yes, normally this form would be submitted. It was this will be submitted. Okay, and now I will get the error. Now I will set in this step 21. We have to set the required for every input element in a field set 1. Okay, in field set 1. Now I will do the field input tag required for all input tag. RUUIRED. Okay. Now I will just this copy and paste in all input tab. Okay, where is the input tab? Okay, here is second input tab. Here is the third input tab. We are doing required. Okay, and here is the fourth required tab. Now I will check my code. It is correct or not. Check your code. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. So now I will submit this challenge and go to the next challenge. Oh, step 22. Okay. In step 22, certain types attribute values come with built-in form validation. For example, type equals to email requires that the value be a valid email address. Add a custom validation to the password input element by adding a min length attribute with the value of 8. Doing so prevents inputs of less than 8 characters being submitted. Okay. So in this step, we have to do just a password in password in input tag. We have to add the attribute which is the min length and value equals to 8. Okay, now I will add attribute min length in a password input element, and for the min length we have to give the value 8. Now I will check my code. Sorry, in this step we have to do only this part, add the min length in a password input tag. I will check my code, it is correct or not. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit my code and go to the next challenge. This is the step 23. With type equals to password, you can use the pattern, okay, attribute to define a regular expression that the password must match to be considered valid. Add a pattern attribute to the password input element to require the input match. A to Z 0 to 5 8. Okay, this is a regular expression. Okay, the above is a regular expression which matches 8 or more lowercase letters or the digits 0 to 5. Then remove the min length attribute and try it out. Okay, so in this step, we have to remove this min length attribute from the password input tab, and we have to set the pattern attribute. Okay, and in pattern we have to set the pattern attribute, and in pattern attribute we have to give this regular expression. I will just copy and paste here. Now I will check my code, it is correct or not. Just check your code. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit my code and go to the next challenge. Okay, so this is the step 24. Let us go to the next part of the registration form. This section will ask for the type of account the user is opening and will confirm the user has read the terms and conditions. Okay, start by adding 3 label elements to the second field set. See here, we have to add the 3 label elements at the second field set. Okay, so I have to add here 3 label elements, LABEL. This is the opening and this is the closing. Okay, now I will just copy this one and paste to time and it will become a free time. So in this step, we have to do only this part. Okay, now I will submit my code and I will check it is correct or not. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit this code and go to the next challenge. Oh, this is a step 25. Okay. So in step 25, user will be allowed to choose either a personal account or a business account. Okay. To do this, within each of the first two label elements, add one input element with type radio. Okay. So in this step, we have to add the input element in a label in the label 1 and the label 2. Okay. Now I will add the input element here, and you already know input element is a self-closing tag, and I will and we have to give the attribute type equals to value equals to radio. Okay, radio. I will copy this part and I will paste in a second label element, so it will not take time for this purpose. Okay. Yeah. In this step, we have to add just input type equals to radio, only this one part and this one part. Okay. Now I will check my code, it is correct or not. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit this code and go to the next challenge. This is a step 26. For the terms and conditions, add an input with the type of checkbox to the third label element. Make this input element required because users should not sign up without reading the terms and conditions. Okay, so in this step now, we have to add the input element in a label 3 and it will be required. Okay, so I will write here input tag, which is a self-closing tag, and type equals to checkbox. Type equals to checkbox checkbox, and it is a required field, so we have to write the required here. So in this step now, we have to do only this one part. Okay, now I will check my code, it is correct or not. Check your code. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I'm going to submit my code and go to the next challenge. Yeah. So this is a step 27, and within each corresponding label element, and immediately after the input element, add a space and add the following text. Okay, so personal account, business account, accept the terms and conditions. Okay, so step 27 is saying we have to add this text after the input tag after one space. Okay, now personal account is for the first input element. Here we have to add one space and then add a text. Okay, now I will just copy and paste for this second one space and text. Now for third, one space and this text. Now I will check my code, it is correct or not. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit the code and go to the next challenge. Okay, this is a step 28. So you only want one radio input to be selectable at a time. However, the form does not know the radio inputs are related. To relate the radio inputs, given them the same name attribute with the value of account type. Now it's not possible to select both radio inputs at the same time. Okay, so in the first two means we are added two radio element, and both if now I check, I can select both radio element, but in the form we have to check only one element. Okay, only one part. So I want to choose only means personal account or business account. So for doing this, we have to add the name equals to account type for both the radio buttons or radio element. Account type. I will copy this part and paste in a second radio input tag. Okay, now if I am going to check, can I select the both at a time? No, here you can see I can't check both at a time. Now I will check my code, it is correct or not. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. I will submit my code and go to the next challenge. This is a step 29. Follow accessibility best practices by linking the input elements and the label elements in the second field set. Use personal account, business account, and terms and conditions as values for the respective ID attributes. Okay, so in this step 29, we have to do some long work. So in this step 29 now, we have to add ID attribute also, and the in label element we have to add the for. Means now I will add here ID attribute, ID for the first personal account. Sorry, I will just add personal account. Okay, and I will add this label for personal account, personal account. We have to give ID name and for attribute value is same. Okay. Now for this one, ID equals to business account, BUSINESSACCUNT. Okay. And for the for I will just copy paste. Okay, it's taking a little bit time to type. I will just copy and paste. And for third, we have to add the terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. I will copy and I will add here ID attribute. This is the terms and condition, and label for attribute equals to value terms and conditions. So now I will check my code. It is correct or not. Check your code. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit my code and go to the next challenge. This is the step 30. To finish the field set of link the text terms and conditions in the third label to the following location. So okay, so in this step now we have to link the text. This one text. We have to link this one text, and you already know how to link the text using the anchor tag. So I am going to use here anchor tag, which is denoted by A, and href equals to, sorry, and href equals to this one link, Control C. I will just paste here, and I will close the anchor tag. So in this step, we have to just add the anchor tag with wrapping the text, which is the terms and conditions. Now I will check my code, it is correct or not. Yeah, my test case is passing and my code is correct. Now I will submit my code.